Students, today I will discuss about aquarium fish keeping part 2 synopsis. First is steps in setting of aquarium or the tank. First, leakage testing. Second, install equipments, then fill water. Second, water quality for aquarium. Factors that affect the water quality are chlorine, temperature, pH, water hardness, water filtration, and types of filters. Steps in setting of aquarium or the tank. First, leakage testing. There should be there should not be any leakage of the water. Aquarium should be kept on flat surface. A thermocol. Next, install equipments. A thermocol sheet of 10 mm may be put beneath the tank, which acts as a cushion. Put under gravel filter plate at the bottom of aquarium. 5 to 7 cm deep layer of gravel is laid, sloping slightly toward the front. Rocks and bogwood are finally fixed in the position. Toys and air stone. Toys and air stone are connected with air tubing, which is later buried under gravel held down by rock. Fill water. Water must be filled gently without disturbing the arranged bottom. After filling 3/4 of water, fixing of desirable plants is done next. The aquarium then completely filled with water and covered. Connect power lines and air pump. Power lines are connected for the light and air pump to run the under gravel filter action system. Once the water becomes clear, the aquarium fishes are introduced. Quality of water quality for aquarium. As fishes are aquatic organisms, water is important and a basic element in keeping a healthy, successful aquarium. Dissolved oxygen of the water is used for respiration. Metabolic wastes are released in the same water. Variations in physico-chemical properties of aquarium water affect the fish health and breeding behavior. There are many factors that affect the quality of water for aquarium use. These are chlorine, temperature, pH, water hardness, water filtration, and types of filters. First is chlorine. Tap water is mostly used for aquarium. It is likely to have good amount of chlorine, which is harmful for fish, beneficial bacteria, and plants. Tap water that originates from well can be plagued with many other potential undesirable elements such as phosphates, nitrates, extremely high metal levels, for example, iron, and many other organic and inorganic compounds. Chlorine is easily removed by either keeping the water in stagnant conditions for 1 or 2 days or adding few drops of dechlorinating reagent, that is sodium thiosulfate. A strong aeration helps in accelerating this process. Next is temperature. Most of the tropical aquarium fishes live at 22 to 30 degrees centigrade, but a sudden variation of even 2 to 3 degrees centigrade may be harmful or cause thermal shock. At lower temperature, fish loses appetite and immunity is also reduced. As a result, fish become susceptible to various infectious diseases. Therefore, use of thermostat controlled heater is advisable to prevent temperature fluctuations. Next is pH, that is acidity or alkalinity. pH is one of the most important chemical parameters in providing optimal aquarium environment. Many of aquarium fishes, mostly tetras, prefer to live in slightly acidic water of pH 6.6 to 6.8, whereas liver bearer fishes prefer alkaline water of pH 7.8 to 8.2. Generally, slightly alkaline water of pH 7.1 to 7.4 is recommended for aquarium. Alkalinity can be increased by adding a small amount of sodium bicarbonate, whereas for slightly acidic medium, Mars peat extract is usually used. Water hardness. pH is also basic parameter in providing optimal aquarium environment. Most of the egg-laying fishes prefer soft water. Excess hardness prevents the development of fertilized eggs. However, live-bearing fishes and some cichlids prefer slightly hard water. Rainwater is the best source for reducing the water hardness in the tank. Water filtration. Potentially harmful substances like ammonia and nitrites are gradually accumulated in the aquarium and they may exceed the lethal limits, eventually poisoning the fish. Among nitrogen compounds, ammonia is the most toxic to fish when it is present in its unionized form. Its concentration beyond zero point 0.5 milligram per liter is toxic to fish. Unionized ammonia is formed through excretion of fish and also as an end product of bacterial decomposition of various nitrogenous organic waste products like fecal matter, uneaten food, dead fish, or rotten plants in the aquarium. This toxic form of unionized ammonia is oxidized by useful nitrifying bacteria to nitrite and subsequently to nitrate, which is non-toxic to fish up to 400 milligram per liter and acts as a nutrient for plants. The key to a clean, healthy, thriving aquarium is filtration. It is essential because biological waste produced by aquarium inhabitants be removed and metabolized before becoming toxic. The aquarium filters are available in various configurations, should provide mechanical, chemical, and biological filtration as well as oxygenation. Mechanical filtration is an essential form of filtration. It involves removal of particulate waste from the water. Foam is an excellent mechanical filter media. Most filter media serve to mechanically filter the water to some degree. Mechanical filter media, which is very fine, will trap greater quantities of debris and plug more rapidly. To properly exploit the advantages of mechanical filtration, regularly remove accumulated debris. This will help support superior oxygen levels, stable water conditions, and reduce nitrite accumulations. Among chemical filtration, the active control and change of specific water characteristics takes place. Filter media and various products exist that clarify water, eliminate odor, remove chlorine, eliminate medications after disease treatments, neutralize heavy metal ions, and effect changes in hardness and pH levels. This form of filtration is particularly useful when the characteristics of some water, for example tap water, are known, that is easily achieved through the use of basic test kits. Specific chemical filter media should be used to optimize water conditions for various groups of fish and plants, which will ensure the fish and plants to look their best and stay healthy. Biological filtration. Biological purification of water is accomplished by various beneficial strains of bacteria. Several important sources of waste exist in the most aquariums. Fish generate nitrogenous waste as they breathe and excrete organic matter. Plants shed leaves as they grow. Various invertebrates, including corals, also shed organic waste. Filter systems equipped with efficient biological filter media such as undergravel filter Biomax provide these beneficial bacteria with the perfect environment. Undergravel filter is simple and cheap. It consists of a perforated plate placed under the gravel and air tube necessary to set up a water flow through a gravel back into the main body of the tank known as air lift pump. Types of filters. There are two types of filters. These are internal filters and external filters. Internal filters include airlift and underwater gravel filter, while external filters include canister, diatoms, trickle, algae, and baffle. The internal filter provides easy, convenient filtration and offers a number of application possibilities such as vertical or horizontal placement. It can also be used to create waterfalls in turtle and reptile tanks. Supplemental filtration for many specific setups provide filtration when external filtration cannot be installed. External filter systems represent a common choice for most aquarium keepers. The general principle of operation involves the intake of aquarium water via a siphon that results in filtration through one or more filter media. The return flow is directed at the surface to provide oxygenation. There are various configurations to external filter systems. An important feature is that it should be able to mechanically, biologically, and chemically filter water. In order to achieve maximum effect from filter media, it is important to select a design that maximizes contact time. This is easily evaluated when observing how and where water flow is directed within the filter. Thanks.